Yo, it's Road Dawg Crypto here to move your body. Why don't you hit like, don't be shy, buddy. Show some love. Press that button. Oh, subscribe, let's roll. Rico free. Just shining like a Korean sun. Bull run coming for that southern fun. Fibonacci vibes, natural flow. Let me teach you the game, no fees. Let's go. Free like the wind, cruising the road. But hit that like, let's break the code. To the beat, raise up the vibe. Crypto's alive, let it thrive. Why don't you hit like my people? Road Dawg Crypto, fire solito. Subscribe now, show me the vibe. Fibonacci flow, rhythm so alive. Vita, don't you hit like my people? Road Dawg Crypto, fire solito. Subscribe now, show me the vibe. Fibonacci flow, rhythm so alive, rhythm so alive. Golden reasons, values on the rise. Crypto dancing, pure surprise. Chain rhythm, elegant sound. Don't hold back, let's turn it up loud. Road Dawg teaches pure energy. Hit that like, feel the melody. Ooh, show some love. Record scratch vibes, heat rising above, singing loud. Fibonacci at 10. Road Dawg Crypto, break it again. Why don't you hit like my people? Road Dawg Crypto, fire solito. Subscribe now, show me the vibe. Fibonacci flow, rhythm so alive. Why don't you hit like my people? Road Dawg Crypto, fire solito. Subscribe now, show me the vibe. Fibonacci flow, rhythm so alive, rhythm so alive. Rhythm so alive, rhythm so alive. Rhythm so alive, rhythm so alive. Crypto flow in the air, never ends. Over your mind. Charts looking dead, sentiments extreme. 5 days in fear, worse than FTX dream. Whales in the shadows, stacking up quiet. Downtrends dragging, no end in sight. I tell myself this is the bottom, the turn. Opium flickers, lets the fire burn. Majority wrong, or so they say, but the pain keeps coming. Day after day, the options scream bare. The bounce is a lie, the fear index low, but the hope still high. Keep reasoning this time, it'll flip, but the downtrend's grip just won't slip. Opium high, I'm still waiting for the signal to change. Opium high, I know it's poison, but I love the taste. Still digging my own way. Whales accumulating, thousands at a time, while retail's bleeding, losing every dime. They say the cycle's dead, but it's dead on point. We still dropping, clutching joints. I see the oversold, I see the light, but the majority's bearish, ready for the fight. I keep hoping this is the washout, the end, but the downtrend laughs, breaks me again. The options scream bare, the bounce is a lie, the fear index low, but the hope still high. I keep reasoning this time, it'll flip, but the downtrend's grip just won't slip. Opium high, I'm still waiting for the signal to change. Opium high, I know it's poison, but I love the taste. Opium high, every refresh is a brand new grade. Opium high, I'm still digging my own way. still burning, the scars still raw. I keep swinging at shadows, breaking my jaw. So fuck it, let it all fall. Opium high, I'm still waiting for the signal to change. Opium high, I know it's poison, but I love the taste. Opium high, every refresh is a brand new grade. Opium high, I'm still digging my own way. The bag's not mine. She came into the group like she belonged. Pretty profile pic, said she had a song. She said, this one's yours. She said, hold me tight. I brought the story in the dead of the night. People always told me, be careful who you trust. But she told me her name was your next big bust. And every time I looked into her chart so green, I knew deep down it was a lie I'd seen. People always told me, watch out for that girl, that one day she'd take your stack and leave you in the world. But she told me her coin would never ever fall. And then she rug pulled hard and took it all. He rug pulled. The bag's not mine. She's just a rug pull queen. The bag's not mine. She's just a rug pull queen. She says the bag is mine, but the wallet says it's not my bag. He rug pull queen. He rug pull queen. He rug pull queen.
Check deck 1 2 1 2.
He rug pull queen.
While ringing up the cowbell.
We're partners, she said.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey.
Connected my wallet, ignored the scream. She said, diamond hand. She said, never said. The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Dawg, where we watch Bitcoin do the hokey pokey. Puts a candle in and takes a candle out. It mixes it up and it shakes it all about. She's looking a little feisty here on the 36 minute. I have no entry over here, but we're getting ready to pop off, so I'm going to FOMO in and take that breakout because I feel like DJing in tonight. Coming over here to a blowpin account, I'm going to go in hard. Not hard, but going to go in. But I'm going to have a very, very tight stop loss because I'm a scalping it. Oh, shoot, that's not the right one. That's not Bitcoin. That's Cetus. I guess we're not over here. I'm about to miss it. I missed it. I'm going to FOMO in. Chase it. Chase it. If all else fails, chase it. Are we going to chase it? Oh, my. Look at Bitcoin here on the 1 minute. What are you doing? Flip-flopping around? I don't know that I trust you, man. These moving averages are crossed on that 200 right there. I'm going to give her a minute. See if she wants to fake us out again. But that was a nice little flush out for a 1 minute trade over here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bitcoin right now on a bigger time frame. Let's take a look at it on a more sensible time frame. 1 hour. Nice little continuation to the upside after making a higher low here. 382 Fibonacci area. Good support area to bounce from. Could take us up to some nice little areas up here, 69 or 70, 68,000 or 70,500. I'm looking about 66,270 for my next little target, especially if I can get into a little perpetual futures trade over here. Just want to make sure that this little guy can hold you. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? You feel me? Straighten up my trend line here to candle bodies. Bigger time frame here. And gives it a little minute here. We are so close to that time, that trend line right there that it makes me want to get in. Can I do it? Can I do it? I'm going to have to not go as hard. Can you do it? Can we do it on futures? Are you on futures now? Are you? You want to? I don't trust it. I don't trust it a damn bit, but I'm going to do it because I'm bored as crap right now with this account. All right, stop losses down here. Let's see if you come and get me, you little bastards. Go for it. Go for it. Let's see what you got. Don't do it. Please don't do it. For the love of God, don't do it. All right, so these smart time frames are telling me it wants to try to continue moving. Mostly this guy over here, this Ichimoku cloud, saying I want to take it higher, and I'm like, all right. The moving averages are saying I don't know, man. I'm ready to pull a slam on you. So I'm going to see who wins out over here. We got our stop losses in place, but the other moving averages, that's looking kind of juicy over here. We're on the 6-minute time frame, so take it for what it's worth. You also got a green dot that's hasn't expired yet. It's just got started. As soon as they get started, they expire over here on the smaller time frames. How we doing, everybody? We're going to take a look at some altcoins tonight. If we get enough likes over here, we can start looking at the ones I'm going to be making some videos on, and you guys can get the info before it gets anywhere. How's that? Joe from Trade Intuition. Oh my gosh, is it real? It's Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, in our chat right now, we have Joe, a famous YouTuber over here, Trade Intuition. You can ask him questions. He loves to talk about trading. In fact, he streams over here Monday and Friday nights at 9 p.m. and also appears on several random other shows here on crypto YouTube. He's quite the growing little celebrity right there. If you're not watching him, you're not one of the cool kids. And I don't know, what are you doing here? Because only cool kids are allowed here. I'm just saying. All right, so go check out Joe if you haven't subscribed. Go show some love. Yes, pump it, baby. Send it. Oh gosh, it's time for a commercial. Sorry.
He's wearing Send It cologne. One whiff and you'll ignore every red flag, just like he ignores every red candle. Bro, she's the liquidity. Send it.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dogg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dogg.
All right. Well, we just pressed all kinds of wrong buttons over here. Oh, this is the secret altcoin season key sheet. We can't talk about that right now. We got to save that for our paid subscribers. I'm playing. All right. How we doing, everybody? Ave's in the house. I think Strago was firsty over here. How you doing? Ave was firsty. Ave. How's that? Congratulations, my man. Hands off Jenny. Gotta tell him. I can't blame him, though, but the temptation is so great. They're just right there in front of you. Anyway, Strago's going to ban Ave. Strago says, I'm first. How you are? I don't know how you do that. That's amazing. Great Intuition says, this song goes out to Mandy, the coin that won't rug, then it rugged. Remember today, Roberts. Tommy, 2 liters. We need a ringing of the cowbell. The cow-looking bell. You mean this one? It sounds like a moo. Moo. I don't know how the microphone picks it up anymore like I used to. I've kind of done some mic settings over here, so sometimes it doesn't get it at all. Geo Gems is in the house. How you doing, Geo Gems? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Where does it tell me how many likes we got? I have to look over here. Well, shouldn't you tell me over here? There's a way to do that. Like I said, if we get enough likes on the stream, I'll go. I've got a list of about 9 or 10 coins that I'm really seriously looking at right now. And you guys know some of them. I gave out one of them over here a couple of nights ago. And I'm liking it a lot. It's called Cetus. And this is why I like it. Well, other than, it's Dex on Sui. And it's made some major gains before in the past. And I'm not saying that she's going to go blow the socks off. But man, this chart here goes up to 47 cents, and we're below 2 cents right now. I'm like, yeah, there's some mega gains that can come. It doesn't take very much to double, triple, quadruple, hell, maybe 10 or 20x your money when you're buying this cheap. So close to zero that, oh my gosh. So it feels a little risky. It feels a little stupid, but that's what it always feels like when you're in the deep bear market trying to figure out which bags you're going to stock up on. But when you start coming back up here and climbing the old fib ladder, then you feel like a damn genius. You get the big head, and then you start making stupid mistakes and give it all back. So don't do that part, all right? Number go up, and you gotta keep ego in check. That's probably one of the hardest things in trading, because our emotions, man,
make it rain.
Trading is nothing but an education in emotions. I think it takes away the need for a therapist, because you have to do so much introspecting to say, why the hell did I do that? Why do I keep making the same choices? Why? I keep making the wrong choices in altcoins. I can't find a good one. Where are all the good altcoins? Where are the ones with a six-pack and that can pay me? Where are they? A six-pack of altcoins. Yeah. But look, right up here, we're making a double bottom. Oh, that's the first guy we got to take out right over here. That's at 4 cents. That's a double up. You know, if I put, I don't know, let's say $500 worth in here, we get up here above 100% gains, which is really easy to do right now. Then I can take my $100 out, or $500 out, and then I got a free bag just to do whatever the hell it wants to. I can take that $500 and put it in another project, hopefully in the same similar situation, right? But a lot of them are happening at the same time, so I'm just saying. But that's just to get up here. If it gets anywhere near where it's been before, oh my goodness, how crazy is that? What if we get up to 30 cents? Fib says, yeah, that's doable. Well, that's really what we need to do to take this one out, is to get above 25 cents. And I'm like, really? Okay, well, a $500 bag of this, you know, you how you want to do it. I recommend taking profits along the way. Get your collateral out as soon as you can without ruining your appeal. But if you had the whole $500, you got 1,500% gains. That's a 15xer from these low bottoms. You can make exponential gains right now, people. You're going to hear this message from me a lot. They say, let the millionaires, the money is made in the bear market. This is what they mean. They're not talking about shorting. They're not talking about perpetual futures trading. By all means, keep practicing that, right? Keep perfecting that. But if you're looking for the real gains, without the liquidations, the spot plays right now. I mean, you got built-in leverage right here with no liquidations. How cool is that? It can only go to zero from here, and we're so damn close. I mean, come on. And even if you screw up, so you can DCA in these projects down here. Or even if you screw things up over here, I bought too high. No, you really didn't. It just seems like it right now. But they're just so forgiving in this part of the market right now over the next, let's say, 6 to 8 months. The mistakes that you make here can be erased. Once we get going, well, those mistakes, they kind of bite a little bit more. All right. So I'm sitting here fantasizing. We get up to about, I don't know, 25, 30 cents, and I got a $500 bag of this. What could we do with it? Oh my gosh! Is that my 1,500%? Am I getting on the right thing? I'm on the daily. Make sure I'm getting in the right price category over here. It gets really kind of flim-flammy. I mean, just a fraction of a millimeter makes percentages of the difference over here. Yeah, we're looking about the same thing. About 1,500%, up here to 25%. That's a 15x, people. You're looking for the 25x's? I believe this is not financial advice, but I believe I've got one for you right here. 31 cents. Oh, I keep getting around 1,500% all through this area. I'll take it. I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with it. Well, that one says 21. That's 20x. That's getting in at what? At 17 cents, 17.40. We're at 18.20. I guess I went a little low on that one. But that's how much difference a penny can make, about 500% difference. This is why we want to build these bags. We looked at Cetus over here. We'll take a look at the tokenomics and why I like it. I'll probably put a video out on this one, and this will all be repeated again. This video, this stream may go into our membership area if we start going deep diving in. If I reveal my 9 videos, 10 coins all in once, what I would do, we get enough people participating and all that, and I'll just put the video private or in the membership areas, let it trickle down, and let everybody wonder where the hell's Road Dogg tonight. Well, you had to be here to see it. All right, so Cetus, $17 million market cap, tiny. It is. It's only got 1 billion. That's very workable. Chainlink only has like 1 billion too, right? Several of the things only have 1 billion, and we can see them getting the double-digit dollar numbers if they get really take off. We've even seen Uniswap and PancakeSwap get into those numbers before too. I don't know that this one will, but if it did, that's just an added. That's icing on the cake. That's a wrap job on your Lambo right there. I'm just saying. This is the Cetus zone. I got a SWE wallet. It's on SWE, right? Last night I think I was talking about it, and somebody's asking about it, and the wrong chain came in my mouth. I think I said Avalanche or something. It's on SWE and Aptos. SWE and Aptos right here. All right, not trying to shill it. I'm just showing you what I'm looking at and what I'm looking for at this point in the game, right? This is the perfect setup. This is the shape we're looking for after, that we find at the support level, whether it's a fib level or a previous support area before that we had. This one's not. It's kind of gosh darn low as hell. And this is what I'm looking for. All right. This is our big ass. Hopefully our big ass rounded bottom that we're looking for this guy. The big ass rounded bottom. Look at this. It's so trajectory. I can make it fit whatever I want to. How cool is that? Oh, look, it needs a little tweaking over. That's what, when I pull these things, I like to just let them roll. But this is just to show the idea here. Nobody else explains this, so you're getting the Road Dogg method right here. The anatomy of the rounded bottom. You have a compression phase. And then on one side, and then on the right-hand side, you got an expansion phase. This is the fun part. Sometimes, not always, sometimes you get the little, if this is a bottom, if this is a butt cheek and this is a butt cheek, this has got to be none other than the butt crack. And the tippy-toppy of the butt crack right there, the plumber's crack, as we call it here, officially on the Road Dogg crypto channel. And my educational recourses right here. Right there. Is the first target you got to take out. So if nothing, it's do or die. You either take this out or you die. All right. We're so close to zero. What does it matter? All right. Put your stop losses a penny below, 2 pennies below. You're not going to kill yourself with that. All right. Look at that. 122% gains. $1,000 could turn into $2,000. I'm just saying. I like these setups. And here is the fun part. Now, when we go through the expansion phase, you're going to have some opportunity. Hopefully, like usually, you got some opportunities because it'll come up and then it wants to come back down almost to where it was before, right? And it'll mess around and then it'll pump up and then it'll come down just a little higher or sometimes right around to where it was before, right? This is the expansion process, opening, broadening wedge, which are technically supposed to be bearish. And I'm not going to lie, every once in a while, sometimes it will end up that way and you'll find yourself at a new low. All right. That's why getting in time in this part of the session is helpful. Making sure you're at a good support level, which I've checked this little baby. It ticks my boxes. But when they do what they're supposed to do, which is most of the time, then they can go with the parabolic move, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm a genius!" But let's get out of this one. And the biggest mistake that you can make is to get out of the whole project, right? Because you build up a nice bag here. Hell, the party's just getting started, people. You're buying where the smart money is mine. How the smart money is mine. This is the technique. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. How you doing, Bitcoin? This is concerning for me on the daily as the rollover of this one. So, shakalaka. I know we're bullish and we're hopeful and hoping for a pump tomorrow and into next week and inverted head and shoulders and bottoms in and all that good stuff. And I hope it is. I do hope it is. Our main goal is to come up to 82,000 and take it out. That's a big ask concerning what we got going on over here. And it's going to take a lot of doing. I don't know that we can do that, to be honest with you, just right now. My best hopium case scenario is that we kind of range around in here. Maybe even drop down to 54, 55. Could do that. But we do have the weekly bullish divergence here, which should help us get some traction, but we haven't been able to take this guy out at 67 yet. So, first order of operations that we got to do for Bitcoin to determine whether we are going to go lower or not is to take this guy out. And if we don't see that happen over this next week, then, and even if we do see it happen over this next week, we got to be cautious. It may just come up and come right up to that same area and then go down. And then we're like, oh man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and predict that that's what they do. I'm going to go ahead and predict that that's what they do, because that would just be what would piss me off. All right. And they usually do what pisses me off. So I wouldn't doubt that we go right up even with that one. And then we come down and then we're going to hear shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside, which maybe it does. Maybe it does. That would be cool. That's definitely a bottom pattern. It's not usually what Bitcoin does at all. Last cycle, I went and studied all the bottoms of Bitcoin. Actually, it does a lot of Adam and Eve bottoms, even if it doesn't, even if they fail and drops down, it does a sharp spike and then a little bit of a rounding consolidation. This does not qualify. So, and from what I remember, I was there might have been one that did not, but I was thinking that I researched and that I saw that all of them did. I have to go back and check it out again in my back testing right there. But just a little trivia information there. Now, we got some good signs on the daily. We're above the 50 moving average, and we're above the 9. As long as we hold that 9, everything's fine. That's my philosophy. What's yours? But yeah, we got to see some volume come in on this sucker, because we got some rise in price and some fall in volume. Means it may not be all real. It may be fallacy. Maybe, I'm sure if we can just come up here and start tapping that area, we can get a little short squeeze for all the stop losses that are here. You know, when the stop losses get hit or liquidation areas get hit, it turns into buy orders. And that's what creates the buying pressure to make those little spike tops that we should kind of make sure that we get out of. Because after the short squeeze, that liquidity is gone, and then market makers usually want to go look for what's down below there, because why not? We've already made all this money. Let's go get the losers down there and do the same thing. Run the hell through them. So let's keep that in mind. So that's one of the reasons why these two targets are very, very good. 68.7, 66.2. This would not be the short squeeze. If we got a short squeeze, I would say we would be hitting up into here. I don't know if we would touch 70 or not, but hell, you never know where them stop losses in. But you can look at your liquidity maps, and maybe they will help you decide on that. That's a pretty nice candle here on the daily, I got to say. And this should make us feel better right here. This should be a sign of hope right here for us. We just got a green dot printed, and the stochastics have done a U-turn. That's good. So starting today, we got a green dot. It has not confirmed. Money flow is flowing up. So things are looking good on the indicators here. They're saying, let's go, baby. Let's go push it up and get that short squeeze. And we need that short squeeze. And then come get all the longs afterwards. Oh, that's what they do. Now, we got to be careful with the stochastics. Now, we're not up to 70% just quite yet into the overbought territory. We bounced off our signal line. So everything's looking kind of groovy over here. I don't know that we got a trend line to... Oh, snap. Let's see, do we... Oh, lucky there. Oh, we got a... Nice! That makes me want to... go. That does make me want to add a little bit to this long. Are you going to come down a little bit? If you come down a little bit, I would love to add to you. Can you come down here? Can I put a limit order in? Yeah, you got me jonesing after I'm seeing this. If you're gonna play around through here, you better not lose this trend line, mister. Better not lose that 100 moving average on this. What is this, 5-minute time frame? Don't you do it. I'm gonna... Oh! I want to add to it. I really do, but it's at the top there. Near where I put in before. Can you come down lower, darling? That looks pretty healthy. I think we're just going to finagle through here for a few minutes here. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to get it down here, but I'm willing to wait a minute to see. All right, so this is what altcoins. I'm getting stoked on altcoins again. We're starting to see an uptick on altcoins on the weekend, which could be a setup if you think about it. But why is it only the weekend? Why not during the week when the real money is out there? Because you know it's not retail. It must be the other guys. All right. So this was the area of rejection we were looking at before, and lo and behold, that is what happened. We're going to have to go up and retest that one. Hopefully get up to this higher one. We're breaking over this yellow line. We need to close a candle. We'll know by tomorrow whether we're in its good graces or not. If we get above that and have a nice little solid candle opening over there, well, that will be juicy. Altcoins are looking interesting. Be a little cautious, though, because Bitcoin dominance is also looking a little frisky, like it wants to come up. And that can put a damper on our altcoin performance as Bitcoin starts stealing the show again. That was my prediction last time. And last cycle was that, well, if that is keeps going, what happens if this cycle Bitcoin just steals the show and nobody gives a damn about altcoins? Lo and behold, that is how it played out. It was just a speculative gut feeling, and I did not venture into it as much as I should have. I do regret that. I got to pay attention about the gut feelings more. Take them more seriously. There were several situations where those gut feelings came in, and I vocalized them here, like the sell-off of altcoins in spring of 2024. It's like, you know, what if this happens and all of a sudden we're just not, and gosh darn it, if it didn't. But I didn't. I acted on it about that much. Like, oh, we can walk it off. That was one of the biggest mistakes I made. Lessons learned, ladies and gentlemen. Lessons learned. Here we are. This is Tether dominance, and she's slowly trickling down. Exactly what we want to see. We will cheer that one on. All right. So altcoins looking kind of interesting. The only thing that's hanging over my head right now is this kind of area right here that we can't get behind the S&P 500, tech stocks and all that, and the break of a trend line, which is not the first time, and it just kind of still hangs over here. So. But it's still under where it was and threatening to go lower. And if it does, and we start getting some of these, triple top patterns at this very strong Fibonacci rejection pivot point, which I would have expected it to already fell a long time ago, honestly, like back in June. That should have had a big ass drop, and oh my God, it's the stock crash in 1929. It's got to go deep. But even if it comes back down, well, I mean, this was also a very severe target right here, right? But this one's like the end all be all for my measurements, right? So I'm curious to see what happens if we lose that and we start falling for whatever reason. And I don't know if the war would have something to do with it. We looked at WTI last night at all, right? And I saw something that was quite concerning over here with the strategies that I use. That we got this reversal pattern right here. And the targets for it is to take oil back to 115 and 120 if this plays out, and they have a high probability of playing out. That's a little concerning. If it is, show me the charts. I'll show you the news. Oh man! So our hope is that this trend line will still act as resistance, and it won't get too much more than $88, but hell, I don't know. This is a bunch. It's just a big brawl over there right now. It's just like, I don't know. Just we're bringing the Wild West over to Iran, I guess. I know a lot of smoking gunpowder over there right now. A lot of bomb juice going on. All right, so I got those little guys marked out right there that I just want to keep an eye on for WTI. See what happens, man. Might want to put one of those alarms on here so it'll piss me off when it gets hit. Does anybody have that problem? Do you guys use the alarms? Because some people use that to great avail. And, my old mentor would do that. He just set an alarm for when to get in a trade or when not to, or when to look at it, right, if it hits a certain level. And that's a great thing, other than just leaving a limit order there just to get it anyway, which is, kind of what I would do. But whenever they go off, man, I don't know what it is. Is that it just won't shut the hell up? Maybe I just need to change what it's doing, but I think it would still piss me off. But for some reason, it makes me mad. I don't know why, but it just, I guess, and I don't want to look at it. I'm just like, I just want to turn the damn thing off. You piss me off, and now I don't even want to look at you. I still haven't figured it. Maybe I need counseling. All right, so WTI is there. Hello, chat. Let's come over and talk to the chat before we start getting into some of these altcoins. Anybody got an altcoins you want to take a look at? To put them into the chat right over here. Let me put my marker in here. My little request marker right here. Right, there we go. All right. I had some smoking gunpowder last night, says Ave. Really? Monty says it's taking this long to actually start paying attention to the TA. Let's scroll up here. Geo Jams, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Don, did you move the buttons again? Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, you got a crystal ball on there. Abe says Road Dog Crypto is sponsored by Milfy Cereal. Yes, but in fact, we are sponsored by Milfy Cereal.
Part of a well-balanced diet. Every morning, yeah, you know I gotta try it. Yeah. Pour it up, Milfy cereal in my bowl. My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. For real. Hey.
Milfy Cereal. If you're not eating Milfy Cereal for breakfast, well, what's going on in your life? Two Audi C's in the house. How we doing? Money says rounded bottom expansion phase. Yes, I know they will get things going to the upside. Really on that right cheek. That will make the price rise. It may be a roll of quarters in their pocket at that point. I don't know, but it may turn into a lot more than just a roll of quarters. Mr. Bitcoin Low is in, bro. Peace 45 true. Good to have you here. Thank you, my man. Oh, he said Bitcoin Low is in, bro. I am hoping that it is. I've got 9 arguments why that area can be. Now, I do think that we've got a good chance of going back and revisiting that. I do seriously think that. By the setups I see here on Bitcoin, at least about 58,000, maybe possibly a little drop to the 113 around 54,000 can happen. We got some time. We'll see. You know, little by little. We're probably not going to go straight up from here, but even the bigger time frames are telling us there's still some downward pressure there. We got some severe crosses on some major moving averages over there on that weekly time frame there. Oh, hell, I did it again, didn't I? I'm on the... That checked... Oh, no! I did it again. That is SPX. I switched them up again. Gosh darn it, Helen! Is it this one? I may have to draw a new chart over there or whatever. Gosh darn it, SPX. Was it this one? Yes, that one. Okay, we got it back. We're good. I do that all the damn time. I gotta do it over on this one. All right, yeah. The weekly is a little concerning, but we got some counter things over here too, right? This looks really good for the weekly. The green dot, the bullish divergence, and the stochastic setup. That looks really good. But it can for a while if we come up and then we come back down. But I do like it's being above the 200 moving average. We got some downward pressure here with the 9 over the 21 and this 50 over the 100. So it sounds like we're going to be struggling through here for a minute, right? I don't think we're just headed straight up to 100,000 from here. That bottom is in and guys just upside from here. They always start out slow and jangly and make you wonder, and then you get a big flush out that makes you... And I mean, over here, people were starting to doubt. That's a double top. It's over. We're coming all the way back down. We could have, I guess. You know, we could have. We can do a lot of things. But, you know, here's a big drop here at that time, right? And it seems big at that time. Doesn't seem big now. And then they really did the humdinger on us right here. That was the time to get out of altcoins right there. But no, we're full of hopium. That it's just a pullback, and then they'll go off. We'll get an altcoin season. We never got a damn altcoin season. And instead, we're getting a series of a double bottom, like 2 bottom cycles out of these altcoins is what I'm seeing on a lot of those charts. It's very interesting. So hopefully this one, we will come up on the second side of that and go into the expansion phase of altcoins too, just like the double bottom situation we looked at just there, an expansion phase. We got that going on a lot of these altcoins, and we're on the second butt cheek right now. How do you figure that? Clarity Act next week. Rejected or not, will be bullish. Bear market is done. Start loading up. Can't say you're wrong, can't say you're right. Well, I will say this. Now, I am... You don't want to go too crazy because there will be a flush out, okay? There will be some kind of flush out. There will be this scary day where this market drops. And just when you thought you was at everything, you want to keep some on the side. Keep some on the side. I'm not financial advice, just crypto freaking experience, things that I'm doing differently this time, right? And it is easier to buy on the way up than it is to just keep buying on the way down, and they keep going down, and then you don't have any. That was the biggest complaint that we'd heard last time. It keeps coming. I'm out of dry powder. We're out of dry powder. We just gotta hold on right now. So we don't want to let ourselves quite get to that part. Hype, please, Road Dawg, 4 hour. It's a 20x. Let's take a look at Hype. Hype is it finally come down a little bit. I'm wondering if it's going to come down anymore. Rep to $1, says Strega. I hope it does. I hope it does. They are trying to bring life back into that. They are building on it. All right, so Hype. How are we looking over here? This is Hype on Bybit. We got enough. Yeah, they got enough history. All right, so she hit the reversal pivots, and she need to pull her little happy ass back, right? And this is the area I'm looking for right there. Is $55 for the 382. And we would hope that would hold. There's no guarantees that one is going to hold right there. However, we got a trend line to help guide us through that 21 moving average and all that goodiness. Makes a little bit more sense if we just come back over here and actually we go to the wicks. You might even go to wicks to body, whatever. You're still at resistance, however you want to do it. Bodies to bodies, wicks to wicks, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's what Snoopy always, or Charlie Brown always said. Lucy always said. I don't know. Somebody said it. All right, so that's nice, but you know this has got a reciprocal trend line on it too. Idea on it. It could be in a nice little channel. It could be an expanding channel. We'll just draw what we got. What if we come back to the 786er right there? And there's a lot of things that could happen over here. I mean, a 382 pullback is cool. But we got to be careful. Even if we get a lower high, we can come back here. Even if we get a higher high, we can still come right back here. So that's where the trend lines matter. But right now, as close as we can get to that trend line. This is on the weekly. Let's come down. You said, wait a minute, you're looking at, wait a minute, I'm sorry, I always zoom out. 4 hours what you're looking at. Okay, I'm on the 4 hour now. Yes. Oh no, what's that? All right, so 4 hour chart over here. That's our 382 area right here, about 55. And moving average. It looks like we're coming back to talk to Miss Lucy right there is what it looks like. She's always got to be in that game. So we're looking for a higher low over here. We don't necessarily want to come back. At worst, double tap this one, but there's really no support, no fib there that I'm looking at. If it does want to come down, the next area I got is right around $40, $49, $48, $49, which is where I would like to buy some on spot. I've been buying. I've got a couple of these. I'm just gonna easing in, but I'm trying not to get too many damn coins. I'm trying not to get too many different bags, and I fight with that every damn cycle. And the cycles I thought would be different, but no, it's not. There's so many opportunities and so many that I know that can do so much, and then I see some that can do even more, and I'm like, well, come on, this is what we're here for. Let's do it. Like the new 9 of them I just got. You guys seen Caspa? You guys remember Caspa? Caspa's at 2.7 cents over here. Caspa is in this big ass reversal harmonic, possibly doing its type 2 return here, unless it's going to come up and then come back down, and it could do that. It could do that. We could be getting that little thing here. And you know what? Last night I happened to, after the stream, there was such a good example on one of these charts that was doing something like this. And you guys ever hear me? I bitch about this a lot, some people, because price might be down at the bottom, and then people are looking for a top pattern. Look, it's got a shoulder, head and shoulder, like down here on the bottom. That's exactly what a type 2 return would look like if you try not to force that head and shoulders pattern. We had one that it did a W, it came up, it did this little thing up here, and it came back down, did another W. And for some people, they'd be looking at that. Oh, that's a head and shoulder to the downside. No, it's a type 2 return on a harmonic pattern, and she bounced to the upside. So I don't know. It's just something. It always amazes me how many people try. I mean, not just the head and shoulders pattern. I see a lot of people are being taught, and it spreads. It goes from one influencer to another influencer, and then everybody starts doing it. But putting bottom patterns, I mean, top reversal patterns at a bottom. Thomas Bukowski straightened me out on that idea. He says price has got to lead into it. Price is for a reversal pattern. It's got to have a place to reverse to. And I had to wrap my head around that. What is he saying? I mean, if it's a head and shoulders, price has got to be coming in from the bottom on it, because there's no place for it to reverse to if it's just sitting there at support, right? It may not be what you think it is. And in this case, it wasn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing over here? Pump.fun token. Francisco, how we doing, my man? Write that one down right there. We got Beta Bot. You're loading up for a massive crash. You think ladies are going to crash? Or you think the whole market's going to crash? Right now, it's looking a little hopeful. It's looking kind of hopeful right now. Ave Medina says, load up on the beef stew and ramen. They'll try to starve our degenesis. Road Dog, how come you turned off the signals in the Telegram? I didn't think anybody's using them, and there was something that happened. I had several bots running over there, and I turned them off. There was an AI bot, one that you could post charts, and then it would do analysis on your, if you had, it could help you navigate through whatever chart was going, what it had. It would recognize what you put and then make commentary on it. Maybe we'll get it all started back up. There's just not been very much activity over in the group. The more activity you get there, the more stuff that I start getting involved with over here. And maybe I should be the one to initiate it, but I was doing that. But yeah, we do have a signals. There is I'm trying to figure out, maybe it's like, do I just have too much stuff over here, too many groups or something? But Tony says, I enjoyed it. Now it runs off of my computer, my machine, and goes through here, and I need to set it up on like Amazon Web3 or something like that. However, for some platform to run it, it's technically what I'm supposed to do. But we were doing a test period on it. But yeah, it did give out some signals on a list of coins that we had there. And the trade setups. Trade setups has got some good alpha over there for some coins to look at this point in the market. And there's all kinds of instructional material over there. Good. I've got a really good reference library. You just have to find it in the files section. But there's all kinds of PDFs to help you on your trading journey and whatever style you want to learn, man. If Elliott Wave's your thing, I got things for you on Elliott Wave over there. If it's harmonics, there's things over there. If it's patterns, we got it over there. Should we show you? I guess I should show you. I think I moved it all to the classroom, and if you go click this up here and you go to the files, look right here, Fibonacci cheat sheet, Wyckoff, the Wyckoff method, Richard Wyckoff, Wyckoff schematics, Swing Trading for Dummies is over there. Bukowski's chart pattern, Encyclopedia Chart Patterns is over there. Now, this is our lending library, and there's no fees or anything like that. But I think technically to be a library, you have to borrow it and bring it back. So if you can figure out how to do that, I'm cool with it. But I found they're a lot easier to take and read on your own than they are to bring them back. I haven't been able to bring mine back yet. I'm trying. Well, I guess it just loads it up there again. I guess technically. The Trading Bible, Candlesticks, Fibonacci and Chart Patterns, Steve Nison's Japanese Candlestick. You ever seen that? I mean, you can go buy it on YouTube if you want, I guess. Or buy it on Amazon if you want. I'm not trying to... Well, I guess that's the last page I read right here. Yeah. So, I mean, this is educational material, and it's not something just regurgitated here on YouTube. You got some source material to actually learn this for real, right? And not just take somebody's word for it. I believe there's even some GAN software over here. Yeah. There is. There's quite a bit of stuff over here. You just gotta go. Cheat sheets. I got cheat sheets. Some of the ones I've got here on the stream. Trading checklist over here. Identify strong local support and resistance areas. Is price creating a tradable bullish pattern? Is price near the bottom of the trend line of the pattern? Has price action filled about 70% of the pattern? Are there RSI and stochastics RSI and oversold conditions? Is the price above the 9 moving average? Are smaller moving averages curving toward or crossing the larger ones? Are there RSI or any other indicator divergences? Do you have an entry, exit, and a stop loss target? Just some of the stuff that you... And for a beginner, they have a hard time putting that together. This is the GAN square of 9. Gosh darn it. These days, I'm going to wrap my head around all that. I got an inkling, but I don't have a... Risk to reward ratios. I mean, I've got all the cheat sheets and everything that you need over here for your trading library. But anyway, Caspa sitting at a nice little low here on the 4 hour. How's you looking? Looks like she might be still down here for a little minute. I'm wondering if she can come down to this area about 2.5 cents. I am slowly adding to my Caspa bags, and I want a nice bag of Caspa in case it wants to go back to 18 to 20 cents from here, because that's where the gains be. And Caspa's got some they got some good stuff that they're trying to do. What happened to my got a lot of stuff going on this other screen. So Caspa, what are you putting in your wallet? So I am still waiting for this area. It's already tapped down here one time. So you should probably want to tap it again about 2.5 cents. Type 2 return, harmonic pattern, your targets. I mean, we got them on up through here, but your main thing to shoot for are the 2 tops, which is back at 18 and 20. No guarantees and no refunds. But I can't think of a better price to buy Caspa than 2.5 cents, and make about 500-600% on it if you can, just on spot alone. And who knows? Maybe this time will be different when they do get the smart contracts and all that stuff that they are working on right now. They've already got stablecoin over there. That's cool. As the ecosystem builds out, you may be looking at a higher Caspa than 20 cents that we had, right? So buying it at 2-3 cents, so selling it around 30, 35, 45 cents if we could get up there. I don't know. It's got a lot of coins on that one. It can be tricky to move. So, but that's one that I'm looking at right there. Betabot, I gotta take some rest tonight. Good night. Monty, I've been waiting to get your membership videos for the course when I can afford it soon. Membership videos for the... Oh, you mean here on YouTube? What? It's just like, what is it? Is it... I think I think they bumped it up, though. It was $3 a month. That's the level. That's the membership where the courses are. There's a course. There's a course in the trading group. Now, it's not mine. And it's old, like 2018, but that's, I mean, what's freaking changed? What has freaking changed? The markets still work the same way they did 150 years ago. Hell, we're still learning from those masters back there. But over here, there is a Let's see, I got Chart School videos. I think those is linked to it. I put them in here on YouTube now. But there is a course. And I got some other things from the old trading group I was in, and you'll hear Joe on here on some of these videos. There's some educational material over here, but I think you go up to the course and you click the, I got 14 videos. It's videos. Where's the course? Where is the course? Let me make sure I didn't put it somewhere else. All right. There is some educational material, but I did have, maybe I took it off. I did have a very old course. It wasn't for me. And they had a little bit of an accent, but there was some good alpha there for people. Oh, I thought it was like level 2. It was more unlocked or something. Maybe I misread it. No, I mean, I got a bunch of Chart School videos, and then we did about 2 years ago, we did a live series or a workshop kind of deal over there. Just going through how I do what I do here, and getting into the fibs and everything. Although my fib game has upped a little bit since then, and now we're getting. I'm going to do some more fib videos at some point. Those will probably trickle down, but no, I've got. I mean, if you're just looking for all the stuff and the indicators and the little tips and tricks and things, and the little strategies and things like that, I've got them all over there. And the YouTube membership here for $3, $4, whatever it is, the lowest tier thing. Plenty of starter packs. Road Dawg a legend. Money but had YouTube. The GOAT. The weird thing is that I can't access them over here, right? I can't access my own membership section. It won't let me. So I can't go and check them out. I need to check this out. They got saying something about courses on YouTube. I don't know how that quite works yet. But yeah, there's the home membership section over here. And yeah, I can't. Are you going to show them to me? But yeah, there's several. But yeah, this whole Chart School series, this was the original, right? No, this was the live. If they say live, that was the workshop thing that we did. But there's the original that I did probably about 4 years ago when I first started the channel. And then there's a lot of educational things over here for anybody trying to learn. To get the fundamentals and a little extra, because I put the spice in. I try to. Little nuggets that I've had to pick up over the way. So I wish somebody had told me this. All right. Back to the chat. Chart. I mean chat. Chat, not chat. Chat. Monty says, thank you for going through all that, Road Dawg. You're a legend. Thank you, my man. I'm interested in learning your strategies. I have the basics and maybe below intermediate level, but far from expert. It's always happy to learn what I can. Monty, you keep hanging around here, especially if you got just even the basic YouTube membership and over in our Telegram group. Biggest thing, I mean, the Telegram group was intended to be an instructional platform. What I found is that there's very few people that actually want to learn and go through video courses and things like that. They just don't. I saw that in the group that I used to pay to be in too. Nobody wanted to go through and learn it. They just wanted to take the trade setups and go when that was the thing there. But there is a classroom area here, and I did have a bot running over there just printing out something educational. But yeah, there's a lot of material over here, but that's where I like to have all the questions and everything in the classroom area. And then, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand through hold anybody's hand through everything, but I can point you in the right directions, right? I can get you in the right information that you need. And just like I share with everybody, the chart pattern, if you're a pattern trader, if you don't know about this, the patternsite.com by Thomas Bukowski, that's a free version, but also I just showed you his book is in my group there too. So either way or both, right there's your information to get a solid pattern trading education. And then you won't believe everything. You want to fall for what everybody's saying, like, well, this one goes up 60% of the time, 90% of the time this one drops like a rock, and because they're not accurate on that. They're not. But this is a rundown cheat sheet that I got over here for Basically how it all boils down for your triangles. Once I stopped trying to force patterns and force flags and force head and shoulders or cup and handles and all that, once I did what the OG people on Bitcoin Talk were telling me to do, like back in the day, and I didn't want to hear it, channels, and then when you take a channel and split it in half, what do you got? What's this turkey talking about? I mean, think about it. You got a channel being two parallel lines. That, right? Parallel line. And when you split them in half in some formation, what do you got? You got some kind of triangle. Whether it's a rising triangle, or is it whatever, or a falling triangle. If you're does it make sense? This is starting to get out of hand now. So in a falling channel, and then if you split it up, if price is not following along the trend lines, doing something else, you're making a triangle, right? So if you take things and if you just what changed or helped me a lot is to realize that price travels in channels. You just have to find the channel, and if it forms a triangle in there, well, then you got some information, you got some data about how they can break out. And all these other little patterns, they all fit inside, nested inside that basic concept. So it doesn't matter, so much if it's an Adam and Eve or a double bottom or a triple bottom or a Ember's head and shoulder or whatever. If you stick by that, you're still right. It doesn't matter. They just fit within the concept. But still pay attention to all those other little things, right? It just made it a lot less tedious than me. And there's one point I was thinking, how many patterns I gotta learn? And with that concept, technically none, really. Technically none. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the chat over here. I need to go through it more than I joined around the time I was getting a bit burned out. I think I'm back from being on break. What? Sounds like a perfect, and you're back at a good time. This is a great time to come into this market, I got to tell you. Perfect time to be making your plans, especially your spot bags. That's what I'm going to be preaching for the next 4 to 5 months here. But don't forget Bitcoin. When you want to stock up on Bitcoin while it's down year two. This is all about Bitcoin. And the big scene thing, we don't give a damn about these altcoins because they're always going to go up, and then they're going to lose anywhere from 70 to 90% of their value or die. Right? Be faded out, forgotten. But Bitcoin is here to stay. And so the OGs were teaching us to take our altcoins and to turn them into Bitcoin. It was an easier concept back then because we didn't have stable coins. So it was trading Bitcoin against Litecoin or Bitcoin against Darkcoin or whatever the hell it was. Bitcoin against Feathercoin. It was Bitcoin against everything. So you had to grow that Bitcoin bag. It's not as easy now as it used to be. It used to be easier to grow your Bitcoin, multiply your Bitcoin. It's getting a lot damn harder now. All right, let's take a look at ladies for Anita. See what it's doing over on KuCoin here. 4-hour chart. How long? It's already been an hour. My gosh. All right, so ladies, why are you not? Oh, okay, I see you now. I didn't recognize it for a minute there. So, struggling around through here. Now, this is where some people will start forcing a head and shoulders pattern. And it might come down. It may not. But I wouldn't. It doesn't fit my thing. Per se, this shoulder being higher, but that's just me. I'm a little bit. I've got some kind of stringent rules. I do see this idea. Broke that trend line, embarrassingly retested that little sucker. All right, so it's like we're retesting this area. 200 moving average. See if we can hold that. If not, I'm looking to come back down in this little juicy area right there. And I think that's what BetaBot is expecting. It said something about a crash. I don't know if we're going to get a crash now. I mean, it's got a fair chance here with everything I'm seeing right now. Actually, you got some divergence here. It might get a surprise pump over here. That would be nice, especially since altcoins are looking a little frisky. We discussed that earlier. So I am looking for altcoins. Looking for some altcoins. You guys ready to take a look at some? You guys ready to take a look at some? We take a look at Pump next. That was a request. Pump, how about you on Binance? How you looking over here? So Pump is breaking out of a possible fallen wedgie, if you want to look at it, however you want to look at it. The big old fallen wedgie, 68% chance to break to the upside. Now that one is true. And that's where that started. My mentor started that. Falling wedge breaks to the upside 68% of the time. There's a time that's all the hell that we were seeing and playing, and maybe we're forcing everything. I don't know. But that was my go-to pattern, so I think I was kind of forcing falling wedges on everything. But 68% chance that they break to the upside. That's true and accurate. The thing is that the other people that were in our group that became other YouTubers and things like that started applying that to everything. And that mentor did too. Like, well, every pattern breaks out 68%. Now, think about that for a minute. Statistically, no. Somebody got lazy there. And that's hence why I give you. That was one of the things that brought me to pattern trading. I'm like, wait a minute. So these patterns are certain ones that play out better than others. That's helpful. That tells me which setups I should be looking for if I'm looking for patterns, right? Exactly. And so if somebody's going to give you misinformation, well, then you're going to get some mixed results, aren't you? So we want to know. Now, they're all roughly between 50 to 60, right? So it's not that big of a variance, but some of them are a little bit better than others. A true cup and handle has like an 80% chance, but now we force cup and handles every damn where, and things that aren't really cup and handles turn into them just because they got a higher low and a higher high. It gets crazy over here, people, so pick your poison. This is Pump.fun giving us a green dot ghost signal here on the 4 hour. Can you do it? Indicators look locked and ready to go. It's climbing up the ribbon over here on the 4 hour, which is exactly what we want to see. Above the 200 moving average, not above the 9 right now. We're still trying to figure out life after consolidating after his breakout, which is quite normal and natural. You might see it come back down to 15 and a half, 0.0015 and a half or something like that. You know, I got these little moving average trying to cross. It can do that, right? But that's kind of normal. One step forward, two step, or well, hopefully it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That would be an upward trend. We want to take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's what we want to do. So we need to look at where this started, right? That's the best thing to do. That seems to be our lowest low. All right. So you didn't knock out any highs here. You came back. You did the second time, so you knocked the highs out. Now the rule of the game that I apply, I take from WD Gann and a few others of the greats, was that once you're in a bottom of a trend, once you get a higher high, it's that next higher low. That's the one you want to go for. Same thing is applying to Bitcoin when we look at the bigger scheme of it, right? After this next higher high we get, when we take out that area, that next higher low, that's the one we want to jump in hard on. So it's not about chasing it while it's going up. It's waiting for it to get to that area, then drop for that higher low, and then smack it. But you can chase it on the way too. It's whatever. But that was a good. According to W. Gann, that's going to be one of your best opportunities to get into it. Unless you just nailed the bottom by magic or whatnot, mystical arts and stuff like that. Which, I'm not against that. We know the mysteries of the fib on this channel. I had to study. I had to search for what I learned on fibs. It just wasn't out here. It just wasn't out here, or not made plain. It was a big-ass mystery. But speaking of such as a fibs, when we're coming off a bottom like this is one of the best places. I'm looking for a one-to-one move. 618. And get a right up here on these juicy little targets. I believe we already got them lined up. Do we? Do I need to adjust it for some reason? I think I do. Let me make sure I got my fibs lined up. Oh, that was my fault. We already... All right, it was from, wait a minute, it was from that one to this one, this high over here. All right, so, but we're not out of the woods yet. If we ever break this trend line, then we could be looking at this little guy right here. But right now, it's telling us that I do have to adjust it. Just darn it. Wait a minute, 618, right? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have to adjust it too much. So I'm looking for this particular fib and then also this one right here. This one, Monty, this 272 or negative 272 in this case, because I use the extensions over here. You hear about the 1.272 sometimes on the fibs, or you should, or if you do. That is the square root of phi, the golden rule, the golden mean. Sometimes I screw this up. So you put 1.618 in the calculator, hit the square root, and that's where it comes from. They're mathematically tied. That's part of the harmonic. That's the magic of it. Why does it hit all the time? Nobody could explain that to me. Math had to explain that to me. And Price and W.D. Gann talking about squaring price and time. And I'm like, what the hell? But that's his whole thing. And he was the most accurate one out there, most accurate analyst out there ever, in my opinion, and that of many others. But price and time can be, they're squared. They're squared. Price, the distance the time goes and the amount of time it takes to get there, it squares out mathematically. I just find that freaking fascinating. So we're looking for this one right there for pump. 0.00 1850 area. 1852 is what I got. All right. Subwoofer, how you doing, my man? Doing good. Well, God bless you too, man. Nothing like being in the love of Jesus. I'm just saying. Amen. Mystical Arts is a trading strategy. Take my money. I know, right? I actually set up my fibs exactly as yours must have go. Oh, do you? I think you're probably one of the few people that do that. I mean, it looks noisy because I got fibs on both sides, but they're there when I need them all the damn time. I can't imagine it without them. I actually set up my fibs exactly as yours months ago. Only person I've seen these other ones love it and they do hit. Remember, you calling them the ceiling and the basement? Yeah, that makes sense to me too, right? Once you look at it that way, it's like easier to grasp, right? It is. I mean, it's that simple. Based on this is the ground floor. If you where our price action is taking place between 0 and 100, and if it hits certain areas, then we got a chance, or doesn't get past certain areas, we got a chance to come down to the basement area. But the basement only goes so far. Usually, there's some exceptions, right? And there's usually certain areas it goes to. Same thing with the upper side. So you're picking up, you're learning. Yeah, awesome. That makes my day. I love it. Finally. So that's exactly what I want right there. I mean, I see a lot of other YouTubers too that come on, and you know, I've known a fair share of people, but we all get we get trained in a system, or we put things together, and then that we're biased toward that, and then we get to a point where we don't want to learn anything else. That I'm always trying to put that part behind me, because I'm always wanting to learn something new in trading. I always try to learn something new, but I see a lot of them out here teaching. They just learned a certain amount, and that was it. They have no desire to learn anything else, but they don't need to, and they're selling that information, and that's their little shtick. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, don't you want to keep growing and developing and learning more ideas? I do. I still want to learn what W.D. Gann knew, and I'm not there yet. That one gets crazy. Ave knows. He knows what it's like. That's when we start getting into the planetary cycles and crap like that. It gets wild. What was it talking about? I forgot. Oh gosh darn it. Squirrel! All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you guys have got me. We got 11 people here. I'm going to take a look at some of the coins maybe that I've done some videos on, or might. Here's one that I haven't really talked about. I haven't made up my mind about this one, and maybe you guys can help me make up my mind, but I found this one to be interesting. For Aerodrome. I want to take a look at it. And that's probably why I'm not as sold on it, because it's not like the other ones at a bottom place. It is That's not a bad thing. It's not a horrible thing. Let me see if we can get a better. But it being an exchange on base and whatnot, might be of one of interest to take a look at. In a nutshell, if you look at your not the cheat sheet street, your altcoins and coin guideline over here. We know that Bitcoin runs first. After Bitcoin starts running, we usually, it's not on this sheet, but we usually see Doge and the meme coins start getting activity. Don't ask me why, it just happens. So the meme coins kicking off is usually a good sign that Bitcoin's getting ready to go on a little rip here. Usually. And then we start seeing Ethereum and the whoever the biggest number 2 for Bitcoin is, which currently I think is still Ethereum, but Solana's is cashing in on it, is giving it a run for its money, I believe. So Ethereum and Solana, all right, your layer ones, and then after your layer ones, well, it's the projects that are on them, which would, the most used ones would more likely be your DEXs and decentralized exchanges. So those are the main things I'm focused on, but I also want to be very cautious about just not going willy-nilly on any old little DEX over there, because some of them are just copies of other things, or they're very well not put together as well. And when they put some of these DEXs together, we did not have AI or hackers who knew how to use very involving getting smarter everyday AI to find exploits. And we don't get too crazy, because we can find some exploits not just in exchange in the DEXs, but in the contracts on on the thing. We got to be a little bit cautious, so keep that in mind too. I do think that we'll start hearing about some more DeFi exploits and things like that. So the developers need to be covering their asses right now, making sure they got all their I's dotted and T's crossed and all that stuff. Aerodrome looks like she's trying. It's not, okay, that's why it's not in my bottom formations, right? It may be just fine to get into. It is at 45 cents. Looks like we hit a low of about 43. That's not bad to go to. It looks like we'd have more price history over here. That doesn't make any sense over here. How about Aerodrome? I know that you're older than April 2026. Why do I not getting the price history over here? Here we go. Here we go. Now we can take a look at you. Oh, well, now I feel better about Aerodrome. Okay. All right, yeah, now this is better. This is better. I can work with this. Now I can see the bigger picture. March 2025, we were down here too, right? We came right back down here. Okay, so Aerodrome is worthy of looking at, in my personal opinion. If you like what it do, what it stand for. See some resistance around 86 cents. And getting close to try to do some little breakout of the wick areas over here. This is on the weekly. How you looking on your indicators? Not quite giving us the signals. Look like it might come down a little bit here. Mom MacD, where you at? A little weak here. I think it's too early for Aerodrome right now. Yeah, we want things when they're kind of on the lows, like we got on some of the other setups. This one's not quite there. It may come back and revisit that 28-30 cent area. To me, that'd be a better place. Aerodrome, I don't know what the tokenomics are on it. I'm guessing that it's probably has several. What does it look like? Aerodrome finance right over here. Let's find out about the tokenomics. It's got a $440 million market cap. It's got a total supply of almost 2 billion. All right, that's decent. I still think it's a little bit high in DCA into it, but I think it's somewhere around 30 cents would be a much better place if possible to get that. but still thinking about it, looking at it. But I get into too many coins, but I find that I am. I've got the $1,000 account set up here for the show. These coins I get in that we can track and trade spot. I want to trade spot on the show too. Not make it all about futures. But I do have a $100 future account over here, or rather 89 right now, because I seem to get my ass handed to me again. Do you break trend line? Wait a minute, seriously, did you just break trend line? We're done. Whoa, oh man, I did that. I'm on the zoom out. We broke trend line, I'm done. No, I don't think you broke the body trend line over here. Oh, but that stop loss is deeper than what my risk will allow for. It's doing this on a smaller time frame. Did you break that trend line? Gotta do some account maintenance over here. Trade maintenance over here. Gotta see if I gotta be out of this thing or not. Okay, you're right there. You were right there at it, but you're probably going to break it come that 50. Because you lost the 9 and the 21 together. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll put my stop loss. Oh man, that's. I could lose that, or I could lose 62 cents. And you got a small account, and this is starting to get into. I don't want to go over 1%, which is $1, but it doesn't mean that every time I trade, I want to lose a damn dollar. And take that thing off there. Sorry about that, guys. That's what starts cutting in. You finally get a good win, yay! And then you want to trade in the chop, and then everything is a 1% or more. 1% if you're lucky, or less if you're lucky. Do it right. But a death by 1,000 cuts if you do it too much, right? So I don't want to lose it on every damn thing. So I got to look for some good quality setups is what comes. And this was not the greatest quality. This is me kind of like we're up. We're buying near resistance. So it wasn't the smartest trade to get into, but that's okay. We'll see if we got a chance. But it would have been smarter just to chill out and wait. But I said, no, I'm bored. I'm going to get into this. And here we go. Here's your answer. Well, not too bad. Just $1 of it if it goes against me. Aerodrome on the weekly. What are you looking like on the 4 hour? Are you getting ready to do something? Green dot. You're going to have to find some support over here at some of these bigger moving averages. You're going to pull that off. It's trying to flip the ribbon on the 4 hour, so that's not bad. It's not bad. Will you make it back to 30 something cents? It may only make it back to about 41 there. Let's see, we got this idea, and then it was a bear trap with a little W, the butt crack comes in. But now we got to include this. So we might come back to, that would be the 31 cent, or it may just come back to the original trend line, which would be right here, about 37 cents. We'll get a local, oh snap, you gave me, what did you give me there? Yeah, I'm looking for 34 cents to see how that works out. There's a harmonic idea right there to take us to the 886 of that one, which is below this trend line right there. And that's the idea I'm going with. That, I don't know, there's no guarantee that will happen. And it would have to break the ribbon and the moving average to do it, but that's what the harmonics say could be happening right now. And since we did lose, I believe, we might still have this trend line here though. We might, that one's not breaking. So lose this, that's what I'm looking for. There is this trend line here with these two touches there, and we're getting a little bounce that might hold. Now, was that at the fib area? Not quite, just a little bit under our 5. We regained the 5, I'd feel better about that idea. All right, so Aerodrome. The trend line. That looked like it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this a 5? A, B. Where's your A, B? Elliot, what do you got? No, Elliot wants to break that trend line. But he's cool if we bounce here too, which I am too. But Interesting little play here for Arrow. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on over here. Subbing and whooping like a dog. Monty says, yeah, I'd love to learn as much as I can. It can be overwhelming at times, which results in my breaks, but it's so worth it in the end. After my breaks, I come back with all that collected knowledge. Just a little time. I remember when it was overwhelming for me too. I remember after I first joined that trading group and trying to learn all I can and make sense of it, and they're talking about this and that, and I'm like, oh my God, I got this song. And I remember trading, and I would do it on my phone, and my mentor said, don't use a phone, treat this like a business, use a computer. And turns out everybody uses their phone in now anyway, mostly. But I remember trying to do a trade, and I'd be all shaking and nervous. And at one point, the market was moving, and I was trying to get in or not chase or whatever I was trying to do. But I remember my hands shaking so much, I couldn't put the trade in. Oh man, those were the good old that sucked. But the emotional control that has happened between then and now is a lot better. A lot better. And a better positive mindset, that does, and gratitude, that really is a thing, which happened to me outside of trading, but around the same time. But just being grateful, and not everybody is, and I didn't used to be. I didn't really understand it, but and I tell this story quite a time. I'll go ahead and tell it here. It was at a crisis point in our lives here during the old COVID thing, and a lot of stuff was hitting rough then, right? And I happened to stumble on this guy on YouTube. It was a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever, psychologist, I guess. And he gave out this exercise. He said he was guaranteeing it. I was like, all right, well, whatever. But you know, I was desperate. I was like, something's got to change, man. I don't know. I'm about to lose everything that I have ever even hoped to achieve in life. And he said, for 7 days, you write down 3 things that you're truly grateful for. No, what's I going to do? But he said, carry it through for the full 7 days. So, all right. Well, for once in my life, I'll do something and see it through. And, you know, it was quite easy the first day. It was easy the second day, third day, fourth day. That was hard as hell. 5th day is really hard. By the 7th day, something clicked, and there was a change. That's all I can say. It made me have to look so deep that it made me realize that, man, I mean, you got to be grateful for being alive, for breathing. And I look back and I see that all my childhood friends that I grew up with, my cousins and everybody I grew up in my little group growing up, they all died so young from various reasons or various circumstances. I'm really lucky. Out of my little friend group, I'm the only one left over here that I grew up with. And some of those things just make you really realize, you know, things could be so much worse than what they are right now. That's the biggest thing. No matter how bad it is, it could still be worse. And for that, you need to be grateful. And it just changed your outlook. Changed my outlook. Mindfulness, situational awareness, and most importantly, emotional intelligence, the key to trading in my life, says Ave Medina. I agree. That is good. That's some good stuff. I agree. Bottom formation is sexy AF, says Ave. That's the t-shirt. Thank me later. I need to do some merch. I need to get off my lazy butt and get a plan together, an action plan, and do there's stuff that I find myself just sitting here looking at charts all day lately. I need to get out of that habit. Need to touch some grass and touch some boob or something.
Baller alert.
Oh, Monty says he appreciates you, Abe. You do the astrology post for trading, right? Oh, I do. Share some goodies. He does. Prepare for a silly wall of text novel. Monty says, I've been trying to think of how to say this. I want to apologize because I didn't take the astrology part of your posting seriously. I had a previous mentor who used to make fun of that stuff. Right now we got Mercury in retrograde, and that's kind of usually kind of choppy for charts, and usually wreaks havoc on most everything that I try to lay my hand to, especially computer related or business related. I try not to. I learn my lessons, man. I don't do any kind of major contracts when Mercury's in retrograde. I tried to tell my wife that too. She's a believer now too. I'm like, you're going to regret this. She was insistent on buying this little greenhouse / shed combo thing for her backyard, right? Because I wanted a place to put crypto miners. She wanted a place for a greenhouse. Still ain't got those miners in there. But I told her, I said, are you sure you want to do this right? And Mercury's in retrograde, and she had so many problems out of that thing. It was leaking, this and that, and for a damn year and a half. That's all the hell I heard. She's a believer now. She's a believer now. And people came out to try to sell us solar panels, and it was during that, and I was like, I ain't signing nothing when Mercury's in retrograde. That blew their mind, and it kind of intrigued them. Well, why do we do this? Well, what about this? And they were trying to bend every damn rule, and turns out it's a good thing that we didn't. We would definitely regretted that choice, I think. Put it in my head to avoid through wisdom and time. I've seen how interesting and accurate it can really be. I don't know much about it at all. Well, I mean, now W.D. Gann didn't use astrology per se, but he did take something in certain angles of the planet and their cycles. But he used the square of a 9 mostly. But it's got some astrological aspects to it, right? I don't know. I can't even explain it, right? If you ever check out Raymond Attenborough here on YouTube, he's the Gann goat. I want to slap that old mentor to actually an old man for not being open and influence me not to learn. Old man needed some good ass coffee. You found good ass coffee, Monty? Speaking of which, I guess it is time for a little good ass commercial.
Still drinking that weak ass normie coffee while you sell the bottom? Pathetic. Switch to good ass coffee, triple filtered hopium with real diamond hand extract. One sip and you'll hodl through a 70% crash like it's Tuesday. When the charts look scary and your hands start shaking, hit them with Send It Nasal Spray. One spray and you'll market by the absolute top with zero wealth destruction. Use responsibly.
All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Oxygen is a treasure. God bless you. We gotta have that air. Be gracious, be grateful, show grace. I'm an asshole sometimes. Forgive me. Thank you. We can all have our days. Interesting. I need to do the same. I find myself asking, taking things for granted often. I used to work in sales, and at that, I don't know. It would eventually, you see, there's always shenanigans. There's always this competition. There's always somebody trying to bend the rules and screw somebody over. And I don't know. It just really started making me feel toxic and just negative, and that just wore me down. And so that really helped me come out of it. I did not like being that way. I wasn't happy at all. And being grateful just really, and that was a life-changing experience. I got to say that. Cow, mother effing bell. That's what I'm saying. Ding-a-ling. Who here's playing with their ding-a-ling right now? I am. I'm just saying. It makes me happy. It makes me smile. It feels good. Sorry for blowing up your chat. That's what it's for there, my friend. That's what helps gets more people coming in. Mercury is almost over. Time to buy. Oh, thank God. I haven't had as many problems as I normally do out of computer stuff. Not too bad. Sometimes, man, usually I feel Mercury in retrograde coming on. Like certain things just start going wrong, and I'm like, oh God, it's right around the corner, isn't it? And it's usually always right. Thank you, Geo James, for the super chat, my friend. Not sure what either of that means, but I want to learn. Oh, I already forgot what we're talking about. All right, so Aerodrome's bouncing off of here. Should I? Do I want to risk a long on this? On the 4 hour? I think I do. I don't have much going on over here except for I'm about to lose my ass on Bitcoin unless you bounce here. Now, I got to be careful. Now, one of the things about this tiny account, if I get in too many trades and I'm using my 1% on all of it and I lose all 5 trades or something like that, well, I just lost 5% of my account, right? And that's no good. That would be a sucky. So that's one lesson of the small. Are you gonna? Why do you never look so convincing over here to me? Why? Oh my God, you don't. Why? When I come, why does it look good over here? I mean, I know that's a little rough, but you should have a good chance of doing that. All right, I'm gonna. I just know that happens every time. It seems to happen every damn time. Oh gosh darn it! All right, I don't see it as much over here. Kind of, sort of, maybe sort of, but I don't know that I just want to just get stopped out willy nilly on you over here. I'm not taking it. Oh my gosh darn it, you little pussy! Get in there! Look, it looks good. You can go up some. Gosh darn it! I want to. I'm feeling the FOMO. See if we can find something a little bit more better. A little bit more better. Hey! You guys like Uniswap? I'm just asking for a friend. I just kind of noticed that Uniswap happens to be at a pretty decent little area right now. May not be the greatest area ever. Where's a good place to look at it? Wow, why are they always down here? 2-bit. They hit me up on Telegram one time, and I never have set up an account over there. Let's just take a look at the one without all the volume, but with all the price history over here. This is Uniswappy. When you zoom out on the weekly for Uniswap, it's like, oh. I mean, this chart goes way back into the day of 2020 right there. So we got a full-on chart. We're back in 2020 prices for Uniswap right now after the airdrop and all that. Well, I guess after the airdrop settled down, because the airdrop went up to I thought $8. I thought you went up to like 9 or 12 or something. This is the airdrop period, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. Well, that was a good birthday. Anyway, it went up as high as $43 back that cycle. It got up to about 18 this past cycle. Like I said, I think that our altcoins, just given all the bull crap that we had to go through, thank you, Gary Gensler and Miss Senator Warren over there for making this a double bottom cycle, a double bear cycle for. We didn't have a altcoin season. We had some of them that did okay and made some gains, but they totally let us down. And this looks just like any other chart we'd see. We got the butt crack, and this should be the expansion phase that we're looking for this big ass double bottom idea. Unicorn down, Uniswap down at 355. Maybe this time they can actually do that profit sharing thing that they were planning to do when they started out, which made me want it. And $12 would be a juicy place. $18 is on the table. $28 is definitely one of the hopeful places we can hopefully get up to. I would think so. But our main target is to take out that butt cracker over here, about $18, $19. Scale this little same idea down. Same thing, just scale it down because it's a scalable idea. Now it's telling us anywhere under $6 is a juicy place to get in. Oh man! We'll take that one, and we'll take that 113 or that 382. We'll probably see some confluence with some of the other moves too. All right, we'll scale it down again to the other, because we already got the lows right here, right? Just scale that top down over here. Well, shucks, you can even go as low as this. And that last little, you can go up here. We'll take it to this last little high right there, down to that little bottom. Same thing. Now this is where all the cool kids are getting in, right? All the really cool kids are getting in under $4.16 in this juicy accumulation zone. Notice how the Fibonacci, how they overlap with these other ones? Yes. So the previous 382 is now becoming like the 0.5. That 382 is right here on 786 area. 272s are previous 237. They overlap. Yes. Well, that's what we want to see right there. That's a good thing to see. So $4, think we're heading up to that, but then I think we're headed up to $6 and eventually on up here to $12. So it kind of makes sense to buy some around $3 or $4 and get a 3 or 4x out of those guys. We start working our little happy asses up, right? Just my thinking. It may not be your thinking, but I try to think with the smart money and what they might be trying to do, because that's usually where they start buying is down here. So I figured if I have about $1,000 of Uniswap, and if we can get up here, and then suddenly I got $3,000 worth of Uniswap. If we can get up here, $18, well, suddenly I've got about 45. No, I've got about $5,000 worth of Uniswap, and I'm like, I'm a genius. Now up there, I'd say we'd probably come back down and probably won't be taking profit and try to build up that bag as it gets some scary drop. But anyway, even if I don't, if I just maintain this whole $1,000 of Uniswap and diamond hand it, baby, that's how we play. We diamond hand it. We get up here to $28. Well, that $1,000 becomes about $8,000. And I'm like, yeah, if I can pull that off among several different little projects that I'm in, maybe one gets 1,000 in this project turns into 5,000. Maybe the other one turns into 12. And maybe one only turns into 3.5 because, you know, that one's got runs like molasses. Maybe one only turns into $750 because it sucked. It had an exploit or something happened. Try not to pick those ones. But hell, do you ever know? And maybe one of them can do like Cetus might take my $1,000 to about 20 or 25,000. And those all will add up to, you know, turning $4,000 or $5,000 into closer to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. You'd be surprised how much these spot bags can grow just playing spot alone. Instead of sitting here trying to day trade, trying to snipe and scalp trade Bitcoin all day, all morning, all night, taking up all your time, just tiring out your brain, and you just keep checking in. But I will tell you this: it's always been, every time that I go, look, honey, look how good we're doing. That's been a sell signal that I never listened to. Look, we're almost there. I don't want to do it now because we're getting close. Yeah, as soon as you start showing your wife your portfolio or something, or showing your best friend, like, look how good it's doing, man. You need to sell at least half of that damn bag. I'm just saying. Alexa, skip. That's been my experience. I've heard it of others, but I've actually lived it. You got bullish divergence here on Uniswap right here on the weekly. Look at that. How cool is that? Weekly. Bullish divergence here on the momentum wave. Not so much on the RSI. It's flat. That's a form of divergence. It's a weaker form of divergence. So she may be taking a little while to get to the really juicy parts, but she'll probably get out the $3 area and then hang around the $4 to $5 area for a minute, right? So buying some when it's at its low lows below $4 is not a bad play right now. So if you're not the greatest trader out there, you ain't got to be. I said earlier, this is like one of the most forgiving points in the market right now. It can be. Because if there's ever that time where you just got to wait to get out of a bad situation of drawdown, it's a short period of time if you get caught on the wrong side. You're not using leverage, so you're not worried about getting liquidated. You're just slowly DCAing, just dollar cost average, just throw a little here, throw a little there. I mean, hell, I've been throwing on these small accounts. I've just been throwing $3 to $5 at Cetus. That's one I've been building over there. Among some others, and I'm pulling them off of the exchanges onto my other wallets. I'm not on this one because I'm going to on this account because we're going to track whatever I do here for the show, just to show you that. Well, I mean, I don't see very many people out there. I mean, I know when I was starting out with $500,000, whatever, it'd be cool to find somebody that's tracking an account, something like that. But when you turn on YouTube, you're seeing everybody with $20, $30, $100,000 accounts, and you're like, jeez. That just, I mean, it looks impressive, but does it help? Is it relatable? Is it relatable? I mean, CryptoFace was trading tonight, and his profit for just like, what was it, 15% move or something like that? I forgot what percentage, but he was up about $50,000 to $75,000 on his trade, which looks amazing, but you got to realize he uses a shit ton of money on those trades. Those are huge trades that he's doing. And so even a small amount of gains, if you tried to trade the same trade, and I used to do this back in the day when I first found out about CryptoFace, I'd trade along with him, right? And I'm seeing his account just go, and I'm looking at mine, and I got the same percentage, but I'm only up like, oh wow, $20. That's awesome. Yay. Something is askew here. He's up like $80,000. I'm up almost 22. Something is wrong here. Position size. That's why on spot, I'm driving that home. You can get such a big spot position right now with the coins at some of these cheap prices. You just don't want to do it all at once, necessarily. I'm curious if I had what Mrs. Road Dog listened. What? Well, I'm curious, and if what Miss Road Dog listened and thought of this song. Oh, that other song. I have played it for one time. Hell yeah, my song, says Monty. Dang, reminds me of Pancake Swap. Lots of the token syrup. Juicy 236ers. 236s. I wish that somebody explained fibs the way that I explain them, and hopefully it makes sense to other people the way that it finally clicked with me. And you couldn't find any damn information. All you would hear at best is look for the golden pocket. Look for the golden pocket. The 618, and then the golden pocket with the 0.5 and the 618, or 0.65 and the 618, depending on who you listen to. But there's a lot more to it than just that. There is. But it's not complicated. It's not. Booby swap. How about that? That sounds like a gosh darn good project. Monty says, I was up all night and ended up falling asleep about halfway or 3/4 through the stream. Are you setting up stop losses on spot? If I'm trading, I am. If I'm accumulating for if I'm position trading, no, not necessarily. Unless I'm trying to capture some profit. Like if this was a bottom and we're doing this and we're, probably going to range through here, I might set some trailing stops, but usually no, but I do have some on some that are trades over here on this account. Let's go over it. Let's see. This is what I got. Some Bitcoin. I've picked up some hype. I'm sure it's in drawdown. Still got a little bit of dry powder over here. This little guy I've been collecting, and this little guy I've been collecting over here. Now these are for bigger holds, and I initially started doing this because I was just going to pull them off of here, but now I'm like, no, we'll just track them here, and just let this represent what I'm doing. I'm doing this in my bigger accounts too, right? So this part is reflecting my bigger accounts. I'm also collecting a lot of Solana. Every time I'm bringing money over from PayPal, I'm buying a little Solana with it, DCAing into that, because it's under $80 right now, right? It won't be under $80 for very much longer. At some point, we're going to get over 80 and start getting over 100, and then we're going to look back and say, gosh darn it, man, that's $60 to $80. That's a sweet ass range. And if something goes south in the market and we go to $48, well then hell yeah, well let's go hard. Arkham, I got that play somewhere else. Now I may not keep that one over here, but I am. Arkham Intelligence is down at a cheap ass low. It's like 10-11 cents right now. Arkham Intelligence is a solid thing. They're the ones that exploit everybody's wallet. Grass, I don't know that I'll keep that one over here. I am going to play that one, but not a huge bag on it. Because I know grass can get up to $3 or $4, right? It can do a 10x from where it is right now. So I may just play. Lit, I'm still trying to fill that one out. All these down here are not my main ones, except for maybe Joe. We talked about Joe, and I'm going to actually right now, since we're over here talking about it. Ooh, we had like 2.5 cents over here. Yeah, I'm gonna snag me just a little bit of a Joe here on spot. I'm on spot, right? All right, cool. But these other guys, now I think one of you guys mentioned Cetus, and I looked at it and I thought I saw a trade set up there, right? So I've got stop losses set on them. So I do have some stop losses on actual spot trades, right? Because I will be doing some spot trades here, because everything doesn't have to be perpetual futures. We'll do a little bit of both, but some of them could be where you might, you know, let's not a bad coin to kind of hold for a minute, you know. So I haven't been stopped out of this one, but I do have it set kind of tight. This is on the daily time frame. Let's go to like the 1 hour. Because this is not one that I'm planning on being in. This is not one that I've got any special conviction on or anything like that. I don't retain anything about it. But I did see something at some point, and I'm trying to figure out what I saw. But I do have a stop loss on that one. And I think... What is the other trade? I think I already killed the other one that I was at. I didn't have conviction. I did pick up just a little bit of Bonk, because for some reason I think Bonk is going to make a comeback. And it's being hated on right now. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, you can get it really, really cheap, so you don't have to put in as much, to risk as much to see what the hell it's going to do. So there is a little bit of that. But so far, we're just trying to slowly... I've still got some dry powder and some Bitcoin if I want to do something with that. But ideally, I just want to take that and put it on a hardware wallet always. Because if you ever get rid of your Bitcoin, it just seems like it's always hard to get it back. Seems like it's so hard to build Bitcoin. So I hate to let it go at all. If there's anything that I'm going to be greedy and stingy and just not want to sell and hold on to, it's Bitcoin. I've learned my lesson with that. I've tried to take my Bitcoin and be cute with it and play it against altcoins, and you know, so I can make more Bitcoin. And I've tried to put it here with put it into the pairs for pools and things like that. Everything that I've done with Bitcoin to try to increase it, and I've pretty much regretted every one of them. The DeFi pools, and I don't know, you put it against a token, well, that token will suck all the Bitcoin out, and then you end up with this token, and then it has no value, and then like, where did everything go? Yeah, they got you. Yeah, it got you. It just sucks things out. So I don't do that anymore. Crypto Face, that is. He's morning day stream. Blur, Sistrika. David Gal, thoughts on Digibyte? I don't think about it very much at all. I used to have some. I used to play that. But if it was going to do anything, it should have done things a long time ago, cycles ago. But it'll come in for a few weeks and get a little stuff, you know, and then it's forgotten about. It's just what, and it's not just that one. It's a lot of them. Let's take a look at Blur, and then we'll take a look at the other one. So Blur is down. Now, wasn't this an NFT play? I really can't remember. I remember when it was being talked about and kind of hyped, and I remember getting in on it. I must have got into it late because I was never very satisfied with what happened with it. So it's at 1.5 cents. It's $44 million. It is the governance token. This is what I don't like. Okay, I'm not a fan of governance tokens. All right, they just give you a right to vote on stuff. And so if their whole thing for a token is just to give you rights to vote and maybe have some kind of little incentive and derivative over here, just to, you know, maybe you stake, then you get this coin, or I'm not into that anymore. Not into that anymore. I want something that has an actual use case, something more than governance. Or something of that nature. I try. If it's got a strong governance narrative, to me, that's not a strong narrative. That's just me. You may have a different opinion, but that's been my experience. You've seen some of them go off, but it's speculative. There's nothing there to sustain it, and that's why in the bear market, well, they drop their 80%. There's nothing there. There's no meat to the bones. But it's an NFT marketplace, and NFTs. Woo. Yeah, we did. Nobody was. You didn't see much about apes this last cycle at all, did you? It's crazy how the narratives change and everything. But Blur, maybe. I mean, I don't know that collectible NFTs like latest art or whatever is. If this will be the couple of years that everybody finally says, yeah, that's what we've been missing in the world. I don't know. It's a thing. It's there. It's real. But I just don't see NFTs that hold value. Good way to wash your funds, I guess. Oh, we already went there, didn't we? All right. But looking at the chart, I can see why you'd be interested in being at the bottom. So it could. It's at 1.5 cents. When was this? May 2025. It had 12 cents. Depending on how many tokens it had, and I didn't look at that. How many tokens you got? 3 billion? Oh, come on, man. Really? You got 3 billion tokens and you're at 1 penny and not like 0.003 or something right now? All right. So as a general rule for some of these smaller projects, at best, from its last cycle high, which was May of 2020, well, that would have been your last cycle high. It looks like it's kind of late here, or we just don't have very much of a chart. I thought you went further than that. But I just kind of look at the 618 for that as a general rule to see if we can get back up there. And if so, then this one's got some chance. I would, that's about a 5x. So I can say at least a 5x coming out of it. So not horrible. Has it got bullish divergence? It's got some over here. Go to the weekly. Oh, you got bullish weekly divergence over here. So you might be just fine. Might just be just fine. I don't know that I would be expecting it to do the higher highs and all that from over here, but you never know. It's like a lot of people came in and bought over here. And a lot of volume there, and then some recent volume. All right, and what was the other one after Blur? It was Striker says, hello Striker, hello, how are you today? Digibyte. Let's take a look at Digibyte. Let's see how she's doing over here. And let's look at it over here too. So it's 0.003. It's got, look how many damn coins it's got. 21 billion, 18 billion, no way in hell now. $67 million market cap. They've got too damn many coins. That's too many. No wonder it doesn't get very high and takes it forever to move and stuff. That makes me not like it. I don't like coins. When they start getting into the multi-billions, that starts counting against them. I look over it with Caspa, but still it pisses me off. So they've always had a good narrative and all this and that and sound real enticing and everything, but as performance-wise, that's what you got to go with. How has it performed over these last 3 or 4 cycles? And it had one good decent cycle when it first came out, and after that nobody cares as much, right? You'll hear about it every once in a while. How did it do? This is 2018. What did it get up? Was that all you got up to? 7 cents? And then in 2021, so its all-time high is 5 years ago, 17 cents. I mean, I I don't think it'll make a higher high this time. It didn't the last cycle. I mean, this was like it looked last cycle. It looked like it had the opportunity, right? Where's everything go? What did I do? Oh, here is the back. So that was one thing. It's like, well, it made a higher high here. You would think that on this one, the next one, that maybe we can at least get back up there. But the next one, it didn't do it. None of them did, though, right? Altcoins got screwed. Thank you to that current administration. It got up to what? 2 cents. It got up to 2 cents last cycle. I don't have very much confidence in it. You might, and that's all right to play it if you got confidence in it. If the charts give you the go-aheads, that's what I would look for. But I don't see it yet. It's at its lowest that it's been in the history of this chart over here, going back to 2020. It is at a spot to find some support if you wanted to play it, though. You'd have a shot. You would have a shot. But let's say that we get up to where we were November of 2024. Let's say you got $100 in it. It would take you a long time to get up there. But $100 could turn into $500 to $600. I just think you can probably find some stronger other plays that could do about something similar. Because in crypto, it's all about the hype. It's got to have eyes on it, or it's going to be forgotten and nobody's going to care about it. It needs to be actually used, hunted down. Is it got to have hype behind it, or are people actually just using the damn thing? Solana is getting used. Solana is a pretty enough, probably a pretty good safe 3 to 5 to maybe 6x, maybe, if we get crazy. Solana kind of reminds me of Ethereum when it was back around $118, and now it's like $1,800. One thing you can do is go over to GitHub and see what they've been doing over there. So they have been doing some stuff. Well, recently. Oh, they're just doing their bear market update, I guess, right? Okay, 2025 they did some stuff. 2024. So December 2025. Well, that's not too bad, but not the greatest. They updated something 2 hours ago. Digibyte.org website. Yeah, they updated the website. The core, they updated that 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I don't see a lot of innovation going on over here. So that's something to think about. But it's not my place to tell you what coins to get into or what to like or what not to like. All I do is we just try to go over whatever the charts kind of say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going for 2 hours. Got 14 people hanging out here. If you haven't.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
She a MILF, part of a well-balanced diet. Every morning, yeah, you know I gotta try it. Yeah. Pour it up, milky cereal in my bowl. My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. For real. Hey. Yoga pants, coffee mug, hair in a bun, dropping kids at school, then she still having fun. Grocery cart queen, turning the house to a runway. Got me trying to volunteer, pick up on the money. She got lipstick stains on a stainless cup. Got a meeting at 9, still glowed up.
Milky cereal, that's exactly what we need for breakfast every morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin and see if it's got any life to it. How you doing, Bitcoin? We were on like the tiny 6-minute time frame or something. We still doing good? Am I still in a where's the futures thing? Oh, I didn't take that air. I was going to take an Aerodrome. I saw I had 2 trades over here. I'm still in drawdown on this little FOMO trade I got into of buying the tops. Serves you right, Mr. Road Dog. You bought the freaking top, you little nerdy nerd. I'm hoping tomorrow we'll see some up action on Bitcoin. I'm hoping that they will not dump on our ass. Used to, it was Sunday, we were waiting for CME and see what would happen. That would influence. Now we don't have to worry about that. They're trading 24/7. Ironically, that price over here is higher than what we are now. They're at 64,770. And we're still down at 64,640. If they're a futures, like the big ass players playing futures, kind of makes me think we should probably bump up from here and go match them, shouldn't we? Let's go, Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you again on the next one. You bring your list of altcoins. I'll bring a list of altcoins. We'll mesh them up and see if we can make some babies out of them. Grow these bags. Let's try to get ourselves set up for this next coming market phase, also known as the freaking bull run. And we got some time to do it. August will be a discount month. September will have some discount weeks on it. You're like, oh my God. Oh, I wish I hadn't chased it. Oh, wish I still had some dry powder. We want to try to avoid those situations. And even October can be pretty damn testy, right? Especially during our bear year. So, little by little, and we right now is planning phase, finding the ones and take advantage of some of the trades you got right now. There might be some that you start out with right now, and yeah, flip flop. You switch out on them, like you might moonbag it, and then you go to something else. But you got chances here to see some nice come ups on some of these altcoins. But it's not time to go all in just yet. We're not quite there yet, but we can definitely start nibbling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody, and Jesus loves you. See you on the end screen.
I said I quit at midnight, phone face down on the bed. But the second it wiggles, I'm right back inside my head. Doesn't matter if it's pumping, doesn't matter if it's tanking. I'm already clicking by, already leverage cranking. Long, short, long, I don't even check the chart. If the line starts moving, I'm already playing my part. The fear says sleep, the ego says go.
Is that a cup and handy to the upside?
I'm already all in before the candle even shines.
I don't know what it is, but it shall be banging right now. Confirm green dot. Might get a few more days of upside on this one. Let's see what we got. We came off of the bottom. We should have an AB equals CD going on over here. I mean, you had one here, perfect. She went and hit it, and she pulled back, and then she even went a little higher. Should get one on this bigger scale too, I think. We'll go with that trend line for now. We'll mark this little guy. Just in case we break the trend line, we want to look for about 18 cents. But until we break that trend line, we want to look at 68 and 73 cents as the juicy pivot targets. Potential reversal zone, technically this phrase for it. Right, yeah. That doesn't look like a bad setup right there. You get stop losses around 36 cents, somewhere through there. And where we are now, that's about 50% gains on spot. That's not a bad move at all. $100 turned this to $150. That's a win-win. It's telling you right now, though, she want to come back down on the 4 hour. So that just means you get in cheaper. I would be expecting around 40 cents right there. That 200 moving average coming into play, about 41. Possibly the 360 coming back into play there. We could pull our fibs, but it's still the same thing, about a 0.5 fib. This was animated.
Wrong ticker, bought the wrong one while my brain was thicker. 10x leverage on a total stranger. Wrong ticker, now I'm feeling major. I was floating nice and easy, eyes half closed and slow. Thought I was buying Bitcoin, but my thumb said no, bro. Typed in the wrong symbol, hit confirm like a dream. Now my account's doing cartwheels I've never seen. Margin call ringing like a distant bell. I'm whispering it's cool, everything's swell. Wrong ticker, bought the wrong one while my brain was thicker. 10x leverage on a total stranger. Wrong ticker, now I'm feeling major. Girlfriend walks in, sees me pale as the moon. Asked what happened. I say, I just bought the wrong cartoon. She rolls her eyes, passes me the bowl anyway. Says at least you're consistent in your own special way. Margin call ringing like a distant bell. I'm whispering it's cool, everything's swell. Wrong ticker, bought the wrong one while my brain was thicker. 10x leverage on a total stranger. Wrong ticker, now I'm feeling major. The heavens coming, the smoke is rising. I'm stacking sats while my portfolio's capsizing. They say I'm reckless, I say I'm just vibing. Wrong ticker, but at least I'm still smiling. Leverage on a total stranger. Wrong ticker, now I'm feeling major.
Right then! Bitcoin's off the cliff again. Grab your popcorn, here we go. Bitcoin's diving, look at the state of it. Took me alts for a swim in the shite of it. Bought at the top like a prop 'em up. Now me portfolio's doing the tug. Whales are legging it, retails in tears. Gurus vanish, no one's got ears. I YOLO'd me rent on a dog with a hat. Now I'm eating beans out of tin, fancy that. Charts are screaming, margin calls ringing. Feels like Armageddon, but we were singing. We bought the dream, now we're paying the bill. Welcome to hell, past the cheap swell. When crypto goes to hell, we're all getting rinsed. Bitcoin's dragging us down like a bad day since altcoins melting. Bags on the bonfire. Bollocks. Bollocks. Every night I climb on top of this sad little pillow. Pretend it's pumping 20%. Whisper, yes, daddy, fill me up. Every night I make it wet with all my hopeless hopium sweat. It's all pillow talk. Hey, 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 you're kinda cute when you're going up. I get properly soaked when the candles line up. I know it's stupid, I know it's sad, but when you dump, I still come right back. It's all pillow talk. It's all pillow talk, baby. Every night I lick the screen, taste the salt from my ruined dreams. Ride it harder than 100 dags long, screaming this is the one till the break of dawn. I know I look mental, I don't care. I'm in love with a fucking line on a chart. It's all pillow talk. Hey, 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 you're kinda cute when you're going up. I get properly soaked when the candles line up. I know it's stupid, I know
Early days doing his titty rant.
but I'm addicted and I'm never selling loud.
Good night, everybody. See you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that like button if you haven't. Comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hype the channel, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it all. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow night.
Crying,
Build those
please,
bags.
just one more green dildo. If you go